Hey, welcome everyone. This is Mike from zozostockwatch.com, and this is going to be your stock watch list for the 19th of September. Wednesday. Let's go ahead and get into it. So last night did a video. Trump came out with the 200 billion tariffs on China, 10%, and so the market was heading down last night as we showed you in the video. But what a comeback by the bulls today. Bulls, they gapped us up this morning. They chopped us sideways in the pre-market session here. Nobody really in charge. They were holding us up, trying to break us down here where the bears. The market opens up. We get this huge candle. Shorts have to run for the hills here. And then after that, it was up for the rest of the day. A little bit of a pullback intercession here, but right back up to the highs. And we drifted down into the lows. But in the pre-market, in the after hours right now, SPY is holding above that 291 area on the SPY. So that was some of your action in the SPY. Once again, bulls reclaiming many of the important fast moving averages on the daily chart. Let me go ahead and show you that on our daily chart here. And let me get rid of some of those lines for you so you can see it better. All right, there we go. So we had a previous high on the SPY of 291.74, and we closed today at 290.91. The high today was 291.58. So let's see if the bulls can reclaim these all-time highs on the SPY. The Dow was also up today. Let's go ahead and take a look at some of the markets. By the way, the FXI, the China ETF here, the China 25 index fund was up 1.78% for the day today. So the China stocks were getting some buying there. XME was up again 1.72%. Special metals, S&P metals and mining ETF. The OIH was up almost 2% on the day. The USO oil was up today. The XOP, oil and gas exploration, also climbing today again. XBI, the biotechs had a good day, and the IBB also up 1%. The Nasdaq Composite up 0.75%, up 60 points on the Nasdaq Composite. The Dow Jones was up about 185 points for the day. We also had the S&P 500 that was up 16 points for the day, up fractionally for the day. To the downside, volatility took it on the chin again today. The bond yield, bonds were down today, 1% on TLT. So when the bonds move down, TLT moves down, rates move up. We also had XLU down fractionally, IYR, which is the real estate REITs, that was down fractionally for the day. So that's some of your action in the markets. Like I said, the big percentage gainers today were mostly in the oil services and the biotech stocks. SMH was up 0.75% on the SMH. Micron made a nice comeback today from the bottom here. Came down to about that $40 level, and they pushed it up all day today on MU Micron. So nice move there by MU. Let's go ahead and take a look at some of the news that came out. This is courtesy of the Trade Exchange, and we'll back this up a little bit. Here's our market close. So as far as some of the news, pretty light. There was really no earnings that came out. By the way, tomorrow is the start, or this evening is the start of Yom Kippur, the Jewish holiday. Volumes may be a little bit light for tomorrow, as I'll be observing the holidays there. So we didn't have any earnings come out after the bell. A couple of things that came out. IZEA did an offering after the bell. So IZEA, I believe that one was, yeah, moving down a little bit after hours. We also had the API crude oil data coming out. It was a build of 1.24 million on the on oil numbers. So they ticked it down a little bit, but dip buyers showed right up. NVCN is going to be doing a 1 for 100 reverse split. So they'll be taking shares out of the market, 1 for 100 reverse split, and that's going to be affected on September 21st. All right. We had the Square CFO was on Cramer's show tonight. Stock moving up a little bit in the after hours on Square. CFO visiting Cramer. TLRY, the CEO, was on Cramer, and look at this thing go. Actually, when the CEO came on, the stock was moving down, but right now TLRY is moving up and making new highs in the after hours on TLRY. So that after the interview on Cramer this evening. So that's some of your news, courtesy once again of the Trade Exchange, built for traders by traders. Let's go ahead and take a look at some of the alerts that we did in the service today. So I want to show you some of the things that we have in our room. Right now, you're looking kind of at the screen share of the room. Right now, it's the off hours of the room. But let me open this wider for you, and we'll bring this down. So you can see this is the after hours screen share that's going on right now. You have your news box. You get audio news till about 5 o'clock each night. We always have a screen share up. Like I said, this is the after hours screen share up. During the day, we have our intraday scans. And then in the pre-market, we have our pre-market scans up for the folks. The room opens up at 6:45 a.m. Eastern Time each day. That's Eastern Time, okay, at 6:45 a.m. So let's go ahead and take a look at some of the things that we were putting in the room today. I'll get rid of that screen share out of your way. So we're typing in the room. We got the upgrades, top upgrades, downgrades. We put calendars, information in the room each and every morning. If there's something important that comes up, we put that in the room for you early in the morning. We had this VKTX, right? VKTX was halted, and they had news come out. There was a conference call at 8 o'clock. The stock was going to resume at 7:35 a.m. So I put VKTX, the time it was going to resume, VKTX trading. And then you see here later on in the session, we got thanks Zozo 4K for VKTX 4-figure trade. All right, so very nice trade there. Like I said, we're ready to go when the pre-market, if there's action in the pre-market. Then we build up our watch list each and every morning. We go through a lot of stocks. We talk about the markets, the news, what's moving the markets. So one of our trades today was BABA over 157.35. Stock moved up $2. Another trade we did was on Galt. We had NBEV also as a trade. We had CRON over 1107 today. Stock moved up to almost $12 on CRON. MU triggered today over 44.25. Stock moved up. So a very good day in the room. Then, as you can see here, we talk about stocks, options, things like that. We also had a trade. We do swing trading also. So we had some swing trades. We did a swing trade on IGC. That one moved up. TRXC was another alert that we did. Stock is trading at 626 in the after hours right now on TRXC. So that was, a very good day. We put news in the room. There's audio news in the room. You see my screen share. You have my trade ideas screens. So, just wanted to let you know, give you a view of the room, and the surges are up. Dow futures up 34, S&P futures up 3, NASDAQ futures up 10. It's early in the session right now. So for some stocks I'll have on watch for tomorrow. I'll be watching this Boeing. All right, Boeing starting to move up here. The highs today were 365.81. So we'll see if we get a trade, maybe a swing trade in that on Boeing. Cara also looking pretty good here. A little bit extended, but we'll see if we can get an intraday play on Caterpillar trying to get up over this $150 level and also the 200 SMA at 149.24. Stock closed at 149.07. Keep an eye on that. CENX, 4 million shares came into CENX today. We got as high on CENX. It's an aluminum play up. It got to 1310. So keep an eye on CENX intraday. CRMD. Now, this shows the versatility of our room. So here's an under $1 name. Now, I have folks that like to play these, and you see this kind of coiling action here. It's starting to get back above the fast-moving averages. Keep an eye on it if it can get up over 65 cents. CSIQ. This one will be on watch. Solars, we're getting some buying today. First Solar coming up off the bottom. CSIQ is getting some buying. SPWR had unusual call activity. Look at this volume that came in, almost 7 million shares on SPWR. Keep an eye on that one. TRXC. Full disclosure, we're already in this name, but maybe trying to make a nice move here on TRXC. Letter X had a decent day today, maybe up over that $30 area intraday on letter X. XXII, 2 million shares came into XXII. The highs here are 286 area. Let's see, we had a high back here of 285, so maybe over that 290 for XXI. Keep an eye on that one. Run, another solar play we'll be watching intraday tomorrow. MRO, an oil name moving up. Nice looking chart here. LNG, another one that looks pretty good for maybe making a move up. If it gets up over maybe that 66.80 area for LNG, keep an eye on that. INSY, also this is part of the ETF, the MJ ETF. INSY, the highs today on this name was, let's see, 932. So maybe 935 gets you a nice move up on this name, 1.4 million shares. We'll have to see how it sets up on a intraday chart. IGC, we actually did a swing trade in IGC. We took some off in the after hours here as the stock moved up to $1.55 on IGC. Took some off the table. And let's see, FIT was getting some unusual options activity. It's been holding around this 525 spot on FIT. It still has a lot of work to do, but if it can get up over, $6, FIT might be one to watch, maybe trying to turn the corner here. 3D also had a nice move up here today. The high today on 3D is 1940. We closed at 1910, 2.3 million shares today. I'll watch this one intraday. I think it needs to get up over around that 1950 area for 3D systems. And I don't know if I mentioned it or not, but Galt will be on watch today. We actually traded in the room. We got a small trade out of Galt, so I'll be watching it again tomorrow. 1 million shares. The high today was 625. So keep an eye on Galt starting to round back up on GALT. RIGL. Also could be one that you want to watch, 3.1 million shares, RIGL. So that's starting to maybe try to get up over the 200 SMA here. Keep that one on watch. Okta, by the way, I forgot to mention this one. So this one had earnings. They gapped it up to about that 75 spot. Now they've pulled it back a little bit. I think if this one can get back over $71, maybe you get another move up in Okta, holding that earnings gap so far on OKTA. MU, keep an eye on this one. Maybe it's starting to come up off the bottom. And last one. So MU was the last one. So keep an eye on MU, maybe for some intraday play. The high today on MU was 45.87. So maybe over that 46 area for further continuation in MU. Might not happen tomorrow, but keep your eye on MU if they're going to start turning it back up. All right, this is Mike from zozostockwatch.com. Have a very nice evening. Thanks so much for the support on the channel, and we'll be back at it tomorrow with another video. Have a great night.